So for this particular shot, we have the tiger just sort of contemplating a jump. It's getting ready to do it. Um, that's all that's going on. So this is the shot camera right there. Let's go out of that. This is also a shot where we had initially done some muscle sim on it with a Ziva. However, the results weren't really working exactly for us. It wasn't as good as we were needing in this particular case. So you can see that there is some good stuff coming out of it. You know, there's some wrinkling and whatnot going on here, some wrinkling over there, etc. But the shape of the throat isn't working out. The back of the head, the scapula is kind of iffy. There's a number of places where it's really just not as good as would have been ideal. And at the beginning, we've also got some funny muscle jiggle, although it's in the handles, so not too big of an issue. However, there were enough problems with this that we opted to go for shotsculpt instead. And so that is, well, so that looks like this. So in general, it's just we're getting rid of most of those sort of smaller details, you know, the folds and whatnot. But I did manage to get some in the most important places. So like back here, as the arm is squishing up against the rib cage, we're getting some folds over there. And over here, just keeping it quite simple. It was sort of like one big fold, but more or less simple. So most of the sort of detail in terms of folds is throughout here. Otherwise, I'm focused on preserving the volumes and sort of keeping the shape, keeping it clean. So I wanted to have a nice looking scapula, wanted to have a good transition here at the base of the skull, the throat. And then I also managed to go in and add some extra stuff here. So for the arm here, there's this point where it comes down, and at this point I start to add some flexion to the forearm right through there. So scroll back, you can see it. Flex like so. Not only in the forearm, but also there's a flexion going on in the upper arm as well. But more especially as he comes back up, so the muscles in the forearm relax, and then and the muscles in the so the triceps starts to flex more as he comes up, up, up. Okay. And meanwhile, we're getting more, just general cleanup of this area here, so we're not getting any funny crashing. The other thing that I did with this is we were at some point planning to do some fursim, but and in preparation for that, I needed to go through and make sure that the tongue wasn't crashing through the gum, wasn't crashing through the lips, or in any other way, creating problems for the first simulation. I think we ended up abandoning that plan just out of the interest of time, but this is what I did with the shotsculpt.